So hi guys, welcome back to the Code Master and please subscribe our YouTube channel. So in this video, we are going to start the React Master playlist or the series you can say. So what I'm going to build for this first tutorial is that the drag and drop functionality, which is very popular right now. And yeah, in the coding interviews and the machine coding interviews for the front end, they can ask you this drag and drop functionality, how to create it. So let us give me a short tutorial that what we are going to build, and let us then deep dive into our tutorial that how we can build. Okay, so you can see I'm having the multiple cards here. So this is the random data which we can get from anywhere, wherever you want to, or you can create it yourself. So I have also created it by myself. So okay, right now this card like 0th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. I'm having the 5 cards, but from the programmer's point of view, it's 4 cards. If we start from the 0th index. So, let us talk about the first card. I mean 0th first. If I just drag it, and you can see what is the thing I'm going to have. If I just drag it, my previous opacity just moves down. Okay, my previous opacity is less now as compared to the previous one, and you can see this thing. If I just drag this thing, I want to drop it here, and you can see the effect, and you can see the effect. Yeah, and this is the effect which I want. That if I want to drag somewhat, if I want to drag something and I want to drop it somewhere, it should change. And right now I dropped it, and you can see my list has changed. List means my array has changed. You can say whatever you want to say. This is just a tutorial that what we are going to build. So if I just want that I want to replace this thing with here, I want to replace this thing with here. You can say that I want to replace this thing from here. Okay, I can. If I want to replace this thing from here, I can. You can see. Okay, so how we can build it? What are the things which we need to do? Let us just focus on that thing. So let us just go to our VS Code. Okay, so please subscribe the Code Master. So let us just deep dive into our React.js app. I have already installed it, and I have already installed with the help of White, and you can also install it. And afterwards, I have also installed Tailwind CSS. As you can see, I'm using the class names of that Tailwind CSS. So that is a simple thing. And let me just introduce with the folder structure of my app, which is somewhat like I'm having the utils on the left side. As you can see, I'm having the dummy data inside that, and the components folder, which is empty right now. So in the dummy data.js, I'm having just this data, just this dummy data, and you can just have this data along with the series. I just want to say that you can just create this dummy data by your own, and I have at the end exported it, export default user dummy data. And afterwards what I did is just I need to just add a new folder here within the components folder for the drag and drop. So it is just a small tutorial. So I am just using components within the components. So basically I'm just creating this series in which there would be the multiple React.js projects to master it. Okay, so it's just some paths you can say. So that is why I'm just creating the folder structure, so each and everything would be well organized for the future. Okay, so what I can do here is just within the drag and drop this folder, I need to create drag and drop.jsx. As you can see, refce it is here, and the main thing comes here that I just want to call this drag and drop here, and that's it. Okay, so right now I'm having this dummy data. So let us call this dummy data here, and let us see how it's going on. You can say that the user dummy data, and I need to import this thing from where? From that // utils / dummy data, because it is outside from my all these folders, and it is in this src, as you can see in the utils here. So that's fine. And let me check that whether I'm able to just console the things or not. And you can see I'm able to have that particular data here. So that would be easy for me to right now to just loop over this array and just show the things. So first of all, let me do one thing. Class name, I just want to have a class name. So what's just going on? Class name, as you can see, class name. I just want to have a background purple of somewhat like a 600. And okay, so it's somewhat like a div first. Okay. So right now, and padding of 8 would be fine right now. Text should be white. Okay, and I just want to create one div, and inside that div I want to have the drag and drop, and you can say it as I want some space here. What I want is class name, text should be in the center, text should be in the center, and obviously what my text should be of 3XL, and font should be somewhat like a semi bold. So let us see what we are getting right now. Okay, drag and drop is here, but for this I just want to have the height of screen so that I can have the data like within this full screen. Okay, so that's fine, that's good. And let's just start with the implementation of our drag and drop. So what I can do here is just I want to create the use state. And what is this use state? I think so that you all are already basically you already knows what is use state. So I'm just resuming this thing. Okay, so for now what is going on, that I have just imported the user dummy data and just put it in the use state. It means that whenever I will just console my this first. Okay, so let me just rename these things here. So I can say that the set data, and I can say it as my original data. Okay, so I have just imported user dummy data. Now it is in the use state, and right now my state is actually that particular data. And if I console my this data, I would be able to see that data. Okay, so console.log, if I just say that console.log my data, and you can see in the inspect, while inspecting it in the console, and you can see my that data again. Okay, so what does this thing mean? This thing means a lot, but for right now, just focus on what I'm going to implement. I want to have one div which will have a margin top of somewhat like 8, and that's fine. I want to have a grid of somewhat like, you can say, of width calls 3, and I just want to have a what I want to have basically gap of, you can say it as a 8. Okay, so one more major thing here, I just want to collapse the data. So I can just say padding x 32. So let's see what's going on. Okay, what I want is I want to create the multiple divs inside my this grid. So according to the data, that divs will be just called. So I can say data and data dot map, and I can say that items comma I is actually the index. So div, and afterwards the same div. That's true. That's totally true. And let us see what is we are getting right now. If I say just hello here, and let me just give the key is equals to I. By the way, it's not a good practice to just provide the key as a I here. I mean, just as an index here. Let us see this thing and let us discuss this thing further. So right now I'm having this hello here. And okay, just why I'm having text CX here. Okay, I have just done this thing. I want this thing outside my this too. So yeah, that's somewhat like this I am getting. So what I can do, margin top of, let us have a 12, and that's fine. Okay, so as you can see, I'm having this data, but I want to show my original data here, So what I can do here, on the left side, I can say class name is equals to, I can say the flex, and my background should be white and somewhat like a rounded, and padding of 4, or you can go with the 8, and rounded should be somewhat like an XL. And okay, so I have used the flex here, and I want my items should be in the center. My items should be in the center. So within this, I want to have multiple divs, div into 2, and in which, like in the left div, I want to have my image, or you can say my avatar, and I can say that image here src is equals to what I want to say items dot, you can go with the avatar here, and my alt would be somewhat like a user user image. And let's see what we are getting right now. We are right now getting this thing. As you can see, it's just overflowing. So I will just tackle this thing. These are the pics of some girls which I have just took from the pixels or wherever you want to take it. And what I want to have, I just want to adjust its class name. Class name is supposed to, you can say, I just want to adjust their heights. Heights should be somewhat like a 32, or you can go for the 64. And let us just check what is the height we are getting right now. Yeah, somewhat like this. The heights are somewhat like this, and at 64 is also too much. I want to go with the height 32. Yeah, it's looking something great right now. And what I can do is just padding. I should reduce the padding to padding 4, and I just want to give this class name should be a rounded, you can say rounded Excel. So it's looking somewhat like this right now. It's looking great. Okay, so what I can do, I just want to show their data here, show the data here. So what I can do here, within this flex, I just want to give the gap of 4. That's too much for me. That would be too much for me. H1, and I can say items dot what. I just want to show the name, and afterwards you can say that H5, and I just want to show that what is the gender of that particular person. And right now I just want to have a class name, and you can say it as a text should be 2XL, or you can go for the XL, and text should be black of the upper one. You can say it as a text black, and this one, for this one, text should be normal, and text should be here like a zinc of, you can go with the 600, and that is it. And let us check how it's looking right now. It's looking something like this, and it's good. Okay, it's good. So what I can do right now, I just want to implement the things. Which things? So if you will check, I am just wrapping all the things in this div. Okay, within this div, like this div, this div, this div. These all are different divs actually. So how I can implement the drag and drop here? Let us see. The first of all, the main important thing is, like I'm having this main div. This main div is somewhat like, I'm talking about these particular or these individual divs. I am talking about the main divs. Okay, this thing I want to make it draggable. So what I can say here, draggable is equals to true. And right now, if I have just done draggable true, and if I click on this thing, and you can see I am able to drag something. Okay, this thing, this effect, and you can see this effect. If I click on this, and you can check, I am able to drag something. But now, right now, this is not the case. I want to drag this thing and place it somewhere. To drag this thing, place it here. So this data should be adjusted according to that. So how we can do these things right now? So let us just focus on this thing. So first of all, the main event listener for this thing which we can use is like on drag start. So for this I need to call the event, this is my event, and I just want to call one function here. You can say that the drag start handle, and I want to and I want to give that E and I here. So what is that, my E and I? So my E would be like, my I would be the index basically, which index I am just dragging. Okay, I am able to know that which index I am right now dragging. So let us just copy this, not the whole one, just this drag start handle, and I can say const drag start handle. I just want to have the element of that and my index, and let us just console.log what index I'm getting right now. Okay, so if I just go here and if I click on this, thing, and you can see this is my which index, 0th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. This is my 4th index, and if I inspect it, and console it, and you can see it is my 4th index here. Okay, so just I just want to alert that which index I am getting. Okay, 4th index, 2nd index, 0th index. So that is the main thing. So right now what I want to have the index that I am dragging which div basically. So what I can say here, you can say that the use state, and I want to have the use state snippet and set, you can say dragging index. That is a simple name which I want to give, and I want to give it a null right now, and I want that my set dragging index would be this index which I am right now dragging. Okay, so right now if I will talk about the dragging index, so if I drag this thing now, if I drag this element, okay, now my dragging index is 4. If I drag this thing, now my dragging index is 0. If I dragging this thing, now my dragging index is 2. So it means it is changing while I am just dragging the things. Okay, so right now just think about it. I just drag this thing and I am just placing it somewhere, like if on the 0th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Okay, I am just placing it somewhere like this or this. So how I can know what is that event listener through which I can know that I am dragging on the which div? Is there any event listener exist through which I can know that I am dragging on which div? Okay, yeah, it exists actually. So I can say that on drag over. It means that I can know on which div I am dragging. I take this div and on which div right now I am dragging the things. That is the main part. Okay. On drag, I just want to copy this thing again. And have it here. So I can say that the drag over handle. That's totally fine. So what I can do, copy it. I can say it as a drag over handle. Copy it, paste it somewhere here, and let me just copy this thing, the upper one function, paste it here and change the name of this function somewhat like this. And right now if I do this thing, alert I. Okay, so right now what is going to be happen? Let us see. I am going to drag my last index. I am just going to drag this index. This is my 4th index. If I go here, okay, like this, okay. If I just copy this thing, okay, why I'm not able to drag anything? Let me just see. What did I did? I just don't want to give the alert here. I just want to know console.log my I. Okay, on which index I am dragging the things. Okay, just let's see. Why I'm not able to drag in? Is my draggable true right now? Draggable is true. So I should refresh this thing. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So if I just drag this thing and if I just put it on my 0th index and let's see what is going on. Inspect it and console it. You can see 0th index. You can see 0th index. Okay. Let me do one more thing. Start from the 3rd index. 0, 1st, 2nd. 2nd index. If I am just again coming on the 2nd index, my 2nd index will be calling again and again and again and again. That is the thing. If I came here, if I came here, if I go here, if I go here. So right now from the 2nd position, I go to 1st, I go to 0th, I go to 3rd and I go to 4th. So my console should just consoling the things in the same way as you can see. 4th, 1st, 0th, 2nd, 1st. Okay, 0, 3rd, 4th, and that is it. Okay, that was the main part. It means that I am right now able to get that my which div is going to drag and on which divs I am just taking my this div. Okay, that is the main part. That is the main part which we need to understand. So right now what I can do is like console.log I. Right now one more thing what I can do here is so I can do e dot class list dot add what I want to add. I just want to add dragging. Okay, DRAGGING. I just want to add dragging here. So I just need to add e dot target here, which I just forgot to add. So I just want to add this class name within that particular thing. So that is why. Okay, I just want to add this class name to my particular div, which is actually right now dragging. Okay, which is actually right now dragging. So let me drag one thing here. Let me drag this. Like if I am going to drag. So right now my this div should have draggable class name. Okay, my this div should have the draggable class name here. So as you can see here, as you can see this, I am having the dragging class name. So what I can do is just go to index.css. What I want that if my class name is dragging, what I want to do is I can say have the opacity somewhat like a 0. Okay, have the opacity somewhat like a 0. So if I just have it, and you can see its opacity is now going. Its opacity is going, and this one's opacity is also going. It means that it's gone. But I don't want these things right now. Why? So let us have the opacity of somewhat like you can say of 40. Somewhat like this. You can say 40%, just 40%. Okay, have it somewhat like this, and are you seeing something? Yeah, I am seeing something that my opacities are right now just going down to 40%, and it's not just coming again if I just drag the things. So right now we need to handle that particular thing too. Okay, so for that thing we can say on drag and I just want to what? Drag and handle. We need to have this thing right now. Okay, we need to have this thing right now, and yeah, for this particular thing too, I need to give e, and let us just have the e right now. Okay, drag handle e. So I can say that have it somewhat like this, and drag and handle, paste it. I just want to have this e, and I can say this thing again, but this time I want to just remove this thing. Okay, are you able to understand what I'm saying? So let us just do one thing again. Seeing something, if I am dragging in something and if I am dropping it somewhere, it is just again going to that particular thing. So that is what I was wanted. Okay, that is what I was wanted. That is what I was wanted to show actually. Okay, that is it. So right now it's okay that I am able to drag, I am able to give the effect, I am able to add the class names, but what for that I am dragging and dropping it somewhere, that is not working right now. That is the main part, that is the main thing which we want to implement, for which we are here, okay, for which you guys are waiting. Okay, so let me just do that thing right now. So as you can see, I am able to have the dragging index, that my bit index is dragging, as you can see. Yeah, so what I can do here, I can say const items is equals to that I want to have whatever the data I was having, I just want to have it here. That's simple. Const temp is equals to what? I am creating one temp variable in which I am going to have that dummy data. Items of what? Items of, you can say, dragging index. What were the items of that dragging index? I just want to know. I just want to know the items of that dragging index. That's it. Okay. So what I can do is what I can do here is okay. So let us have that items dot splice. I can say that you need to splice this dragging index with the one. With the one means I need to drag this thing. If I am just dragging this thing, I need to cut it out from here. Cut it out from this list actually. Let's see what's going on. Okay, this thing is going on right now. Nothing is basically happening right now. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. Items.splice dragging index 1, because I have not just set these things to again this set data, this data. Okay, so let me just do that thing right now again. Set data. What I want is this items. I just want to set these items. Copy it. Paste it somewhat here. Okay, now something like this. I just want to give this thing something like this, items. And one more thing. What? Set dragging index to null. Okay, let's see what's going on. If I just do this thing, what is happening? Everything is just gone. Okay, everything's just gone. So I don't want this thing. Let me just remove this thing for now. Okay, have it again. Just refresh the page. And if I just move this thing from here to here, and you can see that element just gone. That element is just gone. Why? Because I have what I did basically. I just removed that element. I just removed the element. But the thing is, I want to place that element too. Place the element on the div. Okay, on the other div or whichever div it is. So what I want, items.splice. Okay, items.splice. But right now I just want this index. This index is what? This index is where it is going, where my mouse is just moving on the 0th index, first index, second, third, fourth, fifth, whichever index it is, whatever index it is. Okay, I just want to go on that index, and right now I do not want to remove anything. From there, and I want to add this temp data there. This is why I just used this temp. Let's see what's going on. If I just have it, I placed it here. Okay, it was the same data. Okay, let's see what's going on. If I just go here, I'm having this data here. I'm having this data here. Again, I'm having this data here. I'm having this data. I'm having this data. I'm having this data. But why this is flickering? You can see it's flickering. It's flickering again. Like, as you can see, it's flickering. My data is changing, but it's flickering. Why it's flickering? Okay, so to handle that flickering, what we can do? It was flickering now. So what to do that thing? Did you remember set dragging index? Okay, just set that dragging index again. But right now, what index should I get? I need to just place this again. Okay, so right now let's see. If I just drag this thing, I want to go here. Yeah, it's going very smoothly. I want to go here. 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 I want to go. If I want to go anywhere, then I can go basically. Okay, let us just drop it here. Let us just drop this thing here. I am able to go. Let us just copy this thing. And I just want to go it somewhat like here. If I want to go here, I can go. Okay, I can go. Yeah, that's it. That is the main thing. Okay, I am able to drag the things from here and there, and I can go from, like, I can go anywhere. So one more thing to do here is just on the drag and handle, at the end, take it as a null. Do it as a null. Now it will do the things too smoothly. This thing. Okay, this thing, and this thing. This is what drag and drop functionality is. This is how we can create it. So if you like the video, please hit the subscribe button. So let's meet in the next video.